She chuckled like it was meaningless, like I was meaningless. Her mimosa sparkled amber in the light, clinking softly as she lifted it. Nails polished the same crimson as her deceptions. "You're not leadership material," she said, that cold little snicker threading between her words. "My ex surpasses you." I watched the fizz climb in her flute, smiled, then offered her another, alongside my 2-week notice, neatly folded, sharp, deliberate. Her laughter faltered, just a second too long. Then she sipped again like I was merely another quarterly setback. I excused myself with the serenity of a man walking away from a house already on fire, making sure the door was shut behind me. Her scent lingered down the corridor. Sweet, artificial, outdated. By the time she drained her second glass, I was already strategizing with pieces she hadn't realized were in play. We'd shared everything, accounts, linens, a family name. But while she kept her secrets, I began guarding my own. It started with silence. Too flawless. Too rehearsed. I began fading before I ever physically left. She didn't detect it. Or maybe she did. She stopped treating me like a partner. Started addressing me like staff. Her phone always face down. Her evenings mysteriously booked post, 7 p.m. And when she touched me, it was robotic. The final transition came subtly. A rooftop gala at her firm. She wore the black dress she once claimed was for me. He was there. Sculpted, slick, handsome in a synthetic way. The ex. She introduced us like rivals for a role she'd already awarded. I gripped his hand. He clenched harder. I grinned. He averted first. That night, her kiss felt like a duty. I lay awake beside a woman who no longer recognized my scent. My wife, the executive. My wife, the performer. My wife, the executioner. I began with the simple things: call history, behavioral shifts, deleted messages sent like clockwork, a second phone plan under her alias. I never asked. People like her flourish when overlooked. Her laptop had biometric lock, but her tablet? Sloppy. Once she passed out, hazy from her third flute, I accessed the synced threads. "I miss your hands." He's clueless. Too soft. Too predictable. Not fury, calm precision. She expected outrage. I gave her absence. While she laughed during virtual meetings, I compiled account ledgers, private eye snapshots, hotel invoices masked as client dinners, DNA kits, mine, hers, the unborn child we once dreamed of. There wasn't a baby. There never would be. She'd undergone sterilization 3 months after we wed. I found the clinic bill in her cloud under wellness charges. Every uncovered truth was a gravestone. And I buried the old me, layer by layer. She was lounging in the den, tablet in hand. I placed a thick envelope next to her mimosa. She glanced up, smiled, then froze upon spotting the seal. "What's this?" "Performance review," I replied. Inside, screenshots, timelines, GPS logs, medical files, investigator notes, texts, a notarized divorce suite, and my resignation, effective immediately. She stared at the documents as if squinting might alter the text. "This isn't." "You were right," I said, topping off her mimosa. "I'm not leadership material." I exited the room before she could summon a tear. If she ever did. Next morning, she rang HR, voice strained with false urgency. "Why is there a lawyer in your office?" she asked. I knew, because the attorney replayed the voicemail twice. She strutted into HQ expecting a meeting, and instead faced deposition papers. When your CTO quits and files for divorce citing fraud and betrayal, with verified proof, there's no memo. You just get served. I'd already cashed out our shared funds, diverted half to a protected trust. The rest, she'd have to answer to the auditors. I didn't attend the wreckage. I watched it unravel online. Her ex was suddenly a consultant. She was suddenly on leave. No press statement. No goodbye brunch. Just a quiet erase. A whispered shame. The board didn't ring me. They didn't need to. I was gone. She was still tumbling. I now live where no one knows my history. No wife. No suit. No glass dinners. Just stillness, clean skies, and space. Sometimes I imagine her staring at her flute, replaying everything, wondering how long I knew. If I ever truly loved her. If I ever forgave her. She won't find those answers. I cremated that version of myself the night she said, "My ex surpasses you." She mistook stillness for weakness. But now she understands. Quiet men don't snap. They prepare. They outwait. And when they walk, they ensure you feel it. Every single day, while you pretend you're still the victor. Last line. I wasn't leadership material. I was the board,